Hi, welcome to In and Around Computer. In this video, we are going to see the types of switching in computer networks. In large networks, there can be multiple paths from the sender to receiver. So in this diagram, we can see from the source to the destination, there are three paths. So when the networks are larger, this switching technique will decide the best route for data transmission. And the switching in computer network is achieved by using the switches. What is a switch? It is a small hardware device which is used to join multiple computers together with one local area network, we can say. So the path 2 can be selected by the switching technique. With this, that is the best route can be selected based on various reasons. We can see that. And the switching concept is developed because of the following two reasons. First one is the bandwidth. It is defined, bandwidth is defined as the maximum transfer rate of the cable, and this is very critical and expensive resource. And this switching techniques are used for effective utilization of the bandwidth of the network. So, and the next the reason is that the collision is the effect that occurs when more than one device transmits the message over the same physical media, then they will collide with each other. So to overcome this problem also, this switching technique is implemented so that packets do not collide with each other by choosing the best route without the collision. So this switching concept is developed because of the two important reasons. There are three types of switching techniques. They are circuit switching, message switching, and packet switching. First, we can see what is the circuit switching, and this is a technique that establishes a dedicated path between the sender and receiver. Once the connection is established, then the dedicated path will remain to exist until the connection is terminated. And the request signal is sent to the receiver to ensure the availability of the dedicated path, and after receiving the acknowledgement, the dedicated path transfers the data. And in the dedicated path, the transfer of data is done, and the circuit switching is used in the public telephone network, and this is used for voice transmission. And here the fixed data can be transferred at a time in this technology. And as a whole, we can say this circuit switching happens in three phases. That is, first one is the connection establishment and the transfer of data and the connection termination. So in this diagram also we can see that is a connection is established between the sender and receiver, and in that dedicated path the messages are transmitted. So this is about the circuit switching. Next, we can see what is a message switching, and this is a technique where the message is transferred as a complete unit and routed through intermediate nodes at which it is stored and forwarded. And each message is stored at each node, and it is forwarded to the next node. Here, there is no establishment of a dedicated path between the sender and receiver. Here the destination addresses is appended to the message, and this message switching provides a dynamic routing as the message is routed through intermediate nodes based on the information available on the message. That is, here there is no establishment of a dedicated path between the sender and receiver. The messages can take any route through the intermediate nodes. Here in the diagram also we can see where A is the sender and B is the receiver. Message 1 takes a different route and message 2 takes a different route. So this is based on that the message switches are programmed in such a way that they can provide the most efficient route. So based on that the message switches behave, and each and every node stores the entire message and then it forwards it to the next node. So this is the difference between this message switching and the circuit switching, where there is a dedicated path between the sender and a receiver. Through that only the messages will be sent. But here in the message switching there is no dedicated path, and based on the dynamic routing, the messages is routed through the intermediate nodes based on the available information on the message, and these message switches behave in such a way that they provide the most efficient route. So this is about the message switching. Next technique is the of switching is the packet switching. In this technique, the message is divided into smaller pieces called the packets and are sent individually. And every packet contains some information in its header, such as a source address, destination address, and the sequence number. Sequence number is the unique identity given for every packet, and the packets will travel across the network taking the shortest path as possible, and all the packets are reassembled at the receiving end in the correct order based on the sequence number. And if any packet is missing or corrupted, then the message will be sent to resend the packet. If the correct order of the packet is reached, then the acknowledgement message will be sent. So this is about packet switching. Here the message is split into here a message is split into four packets where the sequence numbers are given 1, 2, 3 and 4, and packets 1 and 4 travel through the node S2, and the packet 3 and 4 is traveling through node that is switch S3, and this based on this packet switching switches, and these switches will behave in such a way that the shortest path is assured, and the at the end the receiver will get the message in the correct order. This is seen in this diagram. You can understand it from there, and based on the order, the acknowledgement message will be sent. And so this is about the packet switching. Subscribe to my channel if you feel contented. Like and share my videos with your friends.